building Nigeria's sweet potato goldmine. From farm to global market, sweet potatoes have long been a quiet staple on Nigerian farms. But in recent years, they've begun making noise, not just as a food security crop, but as a powerful engine for small and medium agribusiness growth, domestic food processing, and international trade. From the reddish ridges of Kaduna to the moist, loamy lands of Benue, farmers are rediscovering the value of this versatile crop. Sweet potatoes are no longer just about survival, they're now about scale, strategy, and sustainability. In this series, we'll walk through Nigeria's sweet potato journey, how it's grown, where it thrives, what SME farmers need to succeed, and how to turn it into a profitable, export-ready agribusiness. Series Introduction. It's Wednesday, the 15th of October, 2025. Welcome to the 137th edition of the Ouria series. In this video, we do a deep dive into the cultivation and harvesting of sweet potatoes in Nigeria, a value chain perspective. Before we get started, we would like to take a moment to welcome you to this channel. If you are visiting us for the first time, please subscribe, smash the like button, share this video, and help us grow our family. If you have already subscribed, then show your support by liking the video and making a comment. Now let's jump right back in. A brief history. From backyard staple to economic opportunity. Sweet potatoes, Ipamia batatas, aren't new to Nigeria. For decades, they've been cultivated across the country, mostly in small plots, intercropped with other staples, and harvested for household use or local markets. Historically, production was concentrated in the Middle Belt and southern regions, but in the last decade, the north, especially Kaduna, Bauchi, and Kano, has become a production hub. One key driver? The development and promotion of improved, drought-resistant varieties, including the orange flesh sweet potato, OFSP, which is rich in vitamin A and increasingly in demand both locally and abroad.
How sweet potatoes are grown today. Land preparation and planting. Modern sweet potato cultivation starts with proper land preparation. Farmers typically plow and harrow the soil to create fine tilth, followed by ridging or mounding to support tuber development and ensure proper drainage. Rather than planting seeds, sweet potatoes are propagated using vine cuttings, called slips. These are usually spaced around 30 to 45 centimeters apart in rows 90 to 120 centimeters wide. The ideal plant population per hectare can range from 30,000 to 45,000, depending on variety and soil fertility. Inputs and agronomy. Sweet potatoes don't demand as much fertilizer as maize or rice, but balanced nutrition is key. Potassium boosts tuber size, while phosphorus supports root development. Excess nitrogen, however, can lead to overgrown vines and underdeveloped tubers. Water is another critical input. While the crop can tolerate some drought, good yields require steady moisture, especially during the first month of establishment and during tuber bulking. In drier northern zones, irrigation systems or water harvesting techniques can allow multiple harvests per year. Pest and disease management has also improved. Farmers now use clean planting materials, rotate crops, and apply targeted controls for issues like sweet potato weevils and fungal infections. Where sweet potatoes grow best in Nigeria. Nigeria's diverse agroecological zones offer multiple sweet potato production niches. Northern Nigeria, e.g., Kaduna, Kano, Bauchi semi-arid zones here are ideal for flowery, export-friendly varieties. With irrigation, these regions can produce 2 to 3 cycles per year. Middle Belt, e.g., Benue, Plateau, Niger subhumid areas with fertile soils and moderate rainfall are well suited for both local and commercial production. Southern Nigeria, still viable for sweet potato farming, especially with proper drainage systems to manage high rainfall and clay soils. Ideal conditions include well-drained sandy loam soils, slightly acidic to neutral pH, 5.5 to 6.5, and temperatures ranging from 20 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius. What's the ideal farm size for an SME? Sweet potatoes are flexible in scale. Many Nigerian smallholders farm less than 1 hectare. But for SMEs seeking profitability and efficiency, a sweet spot lies between 5 and 20 hectares. At this scale, farmers can negotiate better prices for bulk inputs, justify investment in irrigation, storage, or simple processing, access institutional markets, schools, factories, exporters. With good agronomy and improved varieties, yields of 15 to 30 tons per hectare are achievable, far above the national average of 5 tons per hectare.
Harvesting and post-harvest practices. Sweet potatoes mature in 3 to 5 months, depending on variety. Farmers typically harvest when the vines begin to yellow and the skin of the tuber hardens. Harvesting is still mostly manual, using hoes or forks to dig gently and avoid bruising. Post-harvest, tubers are sorted and graded by size and quality. Lightly cleaned, not aggressively washed to prevent rot. Stored in cool, well-ventilated spaces, though this remains a bottleneck for many SMEs. Without proper storage and packaging, post-harvest losses can reach up to 30%, especially when transporting tubers to distant markets. Adding value. Processing options for SMEs. Here's where the real opportunity begins. Processing sweet potatoes into shelf-stable or exportable products increases income, reduces waste, and creates jobs. Popular SME-friendly processing paths include sweet potato flour, used in baking, baby food, and gluten-free products. Chips and snacks, dried slices or crisps are growing in demand in urban markets. Frozen fries, a premium product for supermarkets and export, though it requires cold chain investment. Animal feed, leaves and peels can be converted into livestock feed, creating circular value. With the right equipment, SMEs can process fresh tubers into products with 6 to 12 months of shelf life, ideal for targeting both urban and export markets. The export opportunity. Nigeria has everything it needs to become a major sweet potato exporter. Diverse agroecologies for year-round production. Growing global demand for OFSP and organic products. Relatively low production costs. Access to West African ports for European and Middle Eastern markets. But to succeed internationally, Nigerian producers must meet strict standards around quality, hygiene, packaging, and certification. This means sorting and packaging tubers in standard sizes, using crates or boxes that prevent bruising, establishing cold storage for fresh or frozen products, gaining export certifications, e.g., phytosanitary clearance, organic. SMEs can either export directly, with the right compliance support, or supply aggregators and exporters as part of a value chain. A blueprint for a sustainable sweet potato SME. Let's imagine you're planning a 10-hectare sweet potato SME farm. What should you prioritize? Setup phase. Land and soil. Secure land in a suitable zone, Kaduna, Plateau, Benue. Test soil for pH, drainage. Seedlings. Partner with NRCRI Umidike or ITA to access improved vine cuttings, e.g., OFSP varieties. Irrigation. Install basic drip or froze systems to ensure moisture during dry spells. Nursery. Establish a vine multiplication nursery for internal use and future sales. Cultivation and management. Prepare land with ridges or mounds. Plant during optimal rainfall or use irrigation. Apply compost plus moderate chemical fertilizers. Monitor for pests. Use resistant varieties and integrated pest management, IPM. Post-harvest and processing. Train staff on careful harvesting to avoid bruises.
Invest in storage sheds and solar dryers or slicers. Start with low-tech processing, e.g., flour or chips, before scaling to frozen products. Package and food-grade materials with clear labeling. Marketing and distribution. Sell fresh tubers to urban markets or processors. Supply flour or chips to bakeries, supermarkets, or e-commerce channels. Partner with exporters or obtain your own export license for direct sales. Challenges to watch. Seed quality. Poor slips lead to poor yields. Always source certified vines. Post-harvest losses. Bruising and rot during transport can destroy profit. Use proper crates and dry storage. Market gluts. During harvest season, local prices can crash. Processing or contract sales can hedge this. Export barriers. Meeting international quality and safety standards takes time and investment. Conclusion and strategic recommendations. To develop a thriving, sustainable SME sweet potato farm in Nigeria, including harvesting, domestic sales, processing and export, the following strategic directions are recommended. Invest in strong seedling/vine supply infrastructure. SMEs or cooperatives should ensure their planting material is disease-free and of high quality. Partnerships with research institutes and seed companies are key. Select the right location and agroecology. Choose areas with adequate temperature, rainfall, or access to irrigation. Soils that are well drained and with acceptable pH. Good access to markets and a good road are key to minimize transport losses. Adopt improved agronomic practices widely. Soil fertility management, proper spacing and land preparation, pest and disease control, multiple cycles where possible. Value addition and processing to reduce losses, open export lanes, and diversify revenue streams. Focus on market linkages and quality standards, packaging, grading, phytosanitary compliance, potentially certifications, understanding export market requirements. Scale gradually and manage risk. Begin with manageable farm size, e.g. 5 to 10 hectares, with solid financial modeling. Implement sound business planning, diversify products, mitigate climatic and market risk. Support policy and institutional environment, advocacy for better infrastructure, subsidized improved planting material, extension services, access to finance for SMEs, capacity building. The future is orange, flesh-colored. Sweet potatoes aren't just a subsistence crop anymore. With the right approach, they're a high-return, low-entry barrier opportunity for Nigerian SME farmers and agribusinesses. Whether you're a farmer, investor, or policymaker, now is the time to dig in, literally. From nutritious meals to global exports, the humble sweet potato is Nigeria's next agribusiness goldmine. Looking to start a sweet potato SME farm or processing business? Let us know in the comments section below. Quote of the week: some people think I look like a sweet potato. I consider myself a spud with a heart of gold. Shirley MacLaine.